following podcast is recorded and produced by 𝗏𝗏, a media creators co-op, in affiliation with the network at 𝗏𝗏bp-radio.com.
Hello guys, welcome back to the Virtuosos. Jules here, Damon, Damien as always. We're going to be talking about Season 5 of The Boys. We'll talk about what we know, what we don't know. I'll start it off real quick. We know they're going to start production in 2025. It's only 8 episodes, and it's supposed to be dropping sometime in 2026. That's the expected. Anything can happen. Everything changes in Hollywood every day, realistically. So we'd be lucky if we get it as expected, but like anything can change. But we just wrapped up Season 4, and we're just optimistic, happy fans that seen a lot of good in the finale. We've seen good cameos. We've seen a death, a major death, obviously. So we've seen the emergence of Butcher as a soup, which obviously was already in the making. So I'll start with you, Damien. We all got a prediction, so we all do one at a time. We all have a little bit of reaction to it and whatnot. So I'll start with you, Damien. What's the prediction that you have for Season 5?
So there's kind of been this whole theme of this season, too, where like they want to use Ryan as a weapon, the whole patricide thing, kill your father, this and that. Well, we know that Soulja Boy is Homelander's father. Soulja Boy, last time we saw, was opposed to Homelander. I wouldn't be surprised if, they use him, but then maybe Homelander has to kill his dad, kind of like how Ryan's going to have to kill Homelander.
Yeah.
Like Soulja Boy, Homelander tried to play the whole dad card on Soulja Boy in the Season 3 finale. Soulja Boy was against it, called him a pansy, said, I would never raise a son like that. Mm-hmm. You're nothing to me. You're all I did was come and made you. So, he basically shut down Homelander's whole dream of having a parent. Mm-hmm. And, Homelander obviously tried to be a dad, don't Ryan this whole time. Hasn't really panned out. It's here or there. They wanted to use Ryan as a weapon against his dad, which obviously he wasn't cool with. So I'm thinking that's what's going to be. I can't see Soulja Boy coming back and lasting that long if he's going to be on the Homelander side.
Yeah.
Especially how they ended going into that. Maybe he'll feel grateful that Homelander let him out again. Things could change. But that's been a theme that I'm catching so far is the idea of, you want Ryan to kill his dad. Well, maybe Homelander, you got to kill your dad, the one that made you. Yeah.
That's a pretty interesting theory and prediction because, like I said, we do get the reveal of Soulja Boy. They're walking up to the tanks, and you see him with the gas mask.
And he had no idea he was alive. Homelander thought he was dead. Because, remember, last time the Homelander saw him, he got pushed out a window by May.
Yeah. So that was pretty interesting. I think that's going to be cool. With that, dynamic of Ryan to Homelander to Soulja Boy.
Right.
That's a long lineage, because Soulja Boy was alive for as many years he was. Homelander is seemingly not aging. Ryan is aging probably until he becomes an adult, and that's going to slow down.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out. I do like that theory though. With Homelander probably will have to kill.
Yeah, like I said, it just feels
how
like
that happens.
I think that could be jealousy of maybe Soulja Boy and Ryan connecting more than Homelander and Ryan did at the start. It could be jealousy, but that would probably be my expectation for Soulja Boy this season. Mm-hmm. Just probably being more with Ryan. Well, actually, I think he was trying to kill Ryan last time, right? So it probably
I don't think he was trying to kill him, but I think it was just kind of like a
way.
thing
He was just in the way.
Because they were kind of using Ryan as like a bullet shield, basically at the end of Season 3.
So that dynamic,
he was all over it.
That dynamic is gonna be that dynamic is gonna be interesting to me, man. So I'm definitely intrigued for that aspect.
What about you, Damon? You think what are you predicting for Season 5?
I think Huey is gonna be the one that killed Butcher. I think that's gonna be.
Man, look at that kind of plays into like that father figure kind of thing, man. Like Butcher kind of took on that father figure thing for Huey too.
I see that I see that happening. If I had to throw some other ones out there, I think Ryan. I like the Homelander killing Soulja Boy. I think maybe Ryan gets strong enough to kill Soulja Boy, and Homelander's kind of scared of Ryan now. Like, oh shit, like I might have made somebody worse than me. Mm-hmm. That aspect could happen. I'm trying to think of more on the boy side because the Homelander side.
I mean, realistically though, like, how do you see Huey killing Butcher though?
Maybe with the virus.
How?
Or maybe he used.
They took the catalyst for the virus, like Frenchie made, he's smart enough to make it. I don't see, Huey. I mean, maybe they have like a spare one. That's plot
Yeah,
armor
spare
though.
one,
Yeah,
or
that
maybe,
kinda gets into, like,
or maybe
we
Gen V
didn't
season.
see it.
Maybe
So.
Gen V season 2 they do some shit where like it's more available out there. But I feel like because Butcher is so fucking unpredictable, maybe he heard Starlight to the point he was like, nah, fuck that. Like, or maybe they tell him, yo, you the one that Butcher fuck with the most. Like, if we need to take him out, you gotta set him up in a certain type of way. So I definitely could see Huey being the one that had to do it. I feel like if Homelander killed Butcher, it's like, like probably could have been happening, to be honest.
Yeah,
But if
that's,
Huey
that's,
did
that's
it,
where I kind of
that'd
draw the line.
be.
I'm
That'd
more
be
so
more
just interested to see like Butcher's resistance. We know he's obviously got the offensive capability. He ripped a soup in half, but like, does this virus also stop him from getting hurt? Is he on like the level of Homelander or Newman where, bullets and stuff won't hurt him anymore now that he's bought into this? Can he still be hurt normally? Like, I mean, we saw like his chest close up and it looked like it healed. It was scarred though.
Yeah.
It didn't heal up like normally. Like, I mean, like we saw Starlight rip her hands out of those things and her hands were healed by the time we saw her again. So Soup had the super healing. Does Butcher have that? I don't know if he's still full Soup. Like, if he was full Soup, would he have been sick this whole time? Like, is it really just a buy-in thing where he had to accept it to make it like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I'm kind of like still questioning how Butcher's powers work outside of it just being like tentacles.
And I also got a wild one, just
Shot in the
blind,
dark. Like
I don't-
DB and Black North.
Hey, man,
like
listen.
that. It's 8 episodes. I don't think Homelander make it to episode 8. Low key, I think he die in episode 7. I think Butcher becomes the big bad in episode 8. That would be that. That's
We
just
talked
dirt.
about Butcher becoming the bad guy
That's
for
just
sure.
dirt.
Yeah.
I don't know though.
It just the aura of the show without Homelander would be interesting to see, but
That's
that's
exactly why I think they wouldn't do it. Homelander's like their bread and butter.
Yeah, that'd be so.
Like,
Or maybe
I mean,
maybe he pops up like in Ryan Head, like how he had how Butcher had the devil and the angel. Maybe that's how Soldier Boy and Homelander is to him. I don't know. That's just a
No, I could
shock
see it for
factor.
sure. I mean, the show definitely has a tendency to want to do stuff you don't expect.
Yeah.
There's that shock factor.
I can agree that I don't think he's gonna make it to episode 8 either, because the way I mean, it depends. Because I guess with that movie, it's like you gotta have Anthony Starr in that movie.
That's what I'm saying.
He deserves a chance to be in that movie as like if that's gonna be something that they do. I can't see him being dead before that. We don't know. It's not confirmed.
It's just something that him and
that's-
Alonso have said they want to do.
They played around with that idea a little bit. So I wouldn't say he can't die before season 8 or episode 8, because there has been situations in shows where they do have characters die before the finale, and the finale is more of a combination of all the characters' lasting, impressions on the show, or their lasting, moment if they do die. So I mean, I do like the shot in the dark there. It's not as bad as the deep being Black Noir, but
Nah, I explained it though. His image was fucked up. I'm like,
nah,
yo,
he
missed
was
the chair. He missed the
right.
chair.
If you was the president of the United States, that would have been your decisions. I'm saying like shit that you could have done, but it's like it's nothing I could do about it now. So it's like,
How about you, Jules? What's a big prediction you? Not even have to be a big one, but just like what's a prediction you feel confident in, or you feel like something they could go with in season 5 that they might have set up?
Well, for me, I float around with the idea that obviously we don't want to see Homelander kill Butcher and vice versa. Like, we need something bigger. We need a different type of payoff. We already know it's going to be a lot of deaths and whatnot, but I kind of want to piggyback off what you said, Damon, with Butcher potentially hurting Starlight. Starlight got away. We seen that. She flew away, and she flew away fast as shit. And she was out of there.
Yep.
So I wonder if we do get Starlight finally being desperate enough, and if she is the reason that Ryan officially turns on his dad, because I do think Ryan is going back to Homelander for now. Yep. I do see him as a tweener character. I don't see Ryan staying on that side, but I don't see him being fully good.
Right.
Because he knows, like, the ability to do whatever you want and have that fear in people, you can't be good.
Absolutely.
You can't be fully good. You'll never be fully good. So being that tweener, leaning towards his dad and leaning towards the good side here and there, it just depends on the situation. But mainly, I think Homelander and Starlight, I think their whole thing is gonna come to a head finally. because he mentioned he's going after the Starlighters. He mentioned he's going after the people that didn't believe in him and were against him. So I think Starlight is going to be the catalyst for getting Ryan on their side, but not only that, but also bringing the Gen V characters together and using them to fight against most likely the Seven, which will be who they are. Depending on Firecracker, like, she don't have no power, let's be honest. So they'll probably end up replacing her, or she'll end up, maybe in a different role, and they have other soups because all the soups report to Homelander now. So that's an interesting situation as is. How that comes about with her recruiting the Gen V characters, like I said, we talked about cameos and whatnot. Starlight, I feel like, has to make an appearance in Gen V season 2 to set up that, and eventually we'll get that situation with Marie, Jordan, Emma. If she could turn Sam and Kate, I doubt it. I already said I don't think nobody with mind control is gonna be a good person either. But I would like to see Starlight finally become the aggressor.
Right.
It has to happen. She has to do something big. I don't want to see her character wasted for how good her acting was in the season finale. So she is wasted, and it is what it is.
So do you think that, because you said that Ryan in the season finale said, I'm not strong enough to kill Homelander, so like I'm not even gonna try to do it. So do you think it's gonna take him killing somebody to be like, oh shit, like I really am that nigga, like?
I guess a side part of mine is that I think Ryan's whole thing, he's weak mentally too because he doesn't have that parent in his life. So the fact that when Butcher and Grace lied to him, that took him to like eventually killing Grace. So I think he's gonna see his dad do something. He's gonna ask his dad. His dad's gonna lie to him. He's gonna realize that I don't mean as much as I want to mean in his life. And now I have to go. Like I have to stop him now. I know what he's doing. He's hiding it from me because I'm a kid. But realistically, I've been through a lot. I already been through everything that I need to have gone through. He's probably 14, 15 in storyline by the time we see him again. So it's like you can't treat him like a kid anymore because he is the firstborn soup. You got to start treating him like an adult,
right?
Because you know what I'm saying. He don't go to school. He doesn't do anything like a kid. He's literally in a spotlight.
Just living in Bot Tower.
He's living in the most expensive building in the fucking city. So start treating him like an adult. But I don't think Homelander's gonna be capable of doing that because he looks down upon everybody. So him lying to Ryan will be nothing to him, but it's gonna be something to Ryan. And I think that,
especially after they dropped all that bomb on him about all his stuff,
because he doesn't believe it, and then once he
gets some evidence or something like that, I can even see something where like he goes on the line where maybe because he has the access that he does, like where he sneaks behind Homelander's back to confirm that stuff. Like, if he could find, there's videotapes that show Becca leaving Homelander's office looking disheveled, and there's all those files that they hid from Homelander about Ryan. Like if he finds that stuff, like that could be a catalyst too, where it's like.
So do y'all think the way Sage kind of helped Black Noir and Deep find himself, do you think that's what she'll do with Ryan? Like help Ryan find himself? Or
I'm gonna say no, just because I still don't think Homelander fully trusts her. I get like that she played the whole card of this is all her doing and this is all that, but Homelander did still at the end of the day throw her to the side. I couldn't see like because if she wanted to play that angle, she should have did it while she was on Homelander's good side, realistically. Yeah. Like she had access to Ryan this whole time. She just didn't do it.
Yeah, she didn't.
So,
she
didn't
pay no mind, really.
He could be a bigger player. Like we don't know what her phase 2 plan is.
Yeah.
And
phase 2 is scary.
And we talked about, between those posters and we talked to Maranto about it, like world domination makes sense. You took over the United States of America. What's next? The world. You want
to see the world.
The posters they posted.
States, the world.
Right. The posters they posted of Homelander showing up to all the major embassies in the world, like, all the major government buildings, like. That sounds like, that could just be cool editing. It could be foreshadowing at the end of the day. You never know. So, that's like, Sage's big plan is like scary. I don't even know if I have a prediction for that yet. World domination is like really all I got.
Yeah.
Because for a man like Homelander, when he already thinks he's the strongest person, and now if he feels nobody can stop him now that he leads the U.S., what's to stop him from going worldwide? Yeah. Especially with an army of soups at his disposal. And we don't think, and as far as we know, there's no soups on other continents.
Yeah. As far as we know.
So, I'm gonna throw another theory out there because
except for A-Train, keep going.
Soldier Boy, like his demeanor was off. Like, team had to betray him, butcher all them. So, do y'all think it's a possibility that like Homelander changes Soldier Boy? Like Homelander is trying to impress Soldier Boy so much that Ryan feel like he needs to take out Soulja Boy to get his dad back, like a part of his dad back, or that maybe because you're not gonna beat them as a duo. So maybe Sage tries to split them up somehow, or
Yeah, I mean,
some aspect of that way. Like
I
feel like
definitely.
Sage is gonna go after Homelander this season. I feel like she's gonna feel like he's too unhinged. Like she kind of got what she wanted in terms of Soups being on top,
Right.
but she got a fallback plan. Like I feel like Soulja Boy or Ryan is her fallback plan, like against Homelander.
Well, what do you even think she knows about Soulja Boy? I
don't
mean,
think-
even Homelander didn't know about
She
Soulja
knows
Boy.
about everything, so I feel like
Yeah.
she has to know about Soulja Boy. To the extent of whether he's really with Homelander, she can break down anybody and she'll know if he's not with him or not. So I think that she'll base her entire.
I really don't think he will be, man. Like, they're just not everything in season 3. Every time he had an encounter with Homelander, I think their egos are very equal. Like, I mean, Soulja Boy was the original superhero. He's the reason Homelander exists. Like, they had that whole conversation where he's like, no, he's like, you're just a copy. He's like, no, I'm the upgrade.
Yeah.
You know, like their egos are too big to coexist. No matter, Homelander might try to please Soulja Boy at first, just because, like I said, it's his father figure. It's the closest he has to a dad, technically. But I just can't see
he'll
Soulja
cut the
Boy.
bullshit and like, yo, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
You could be with us
Or you could be
us.
against me. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to be against me. I think Homelander might impose his will
He
against
could.
Soulja Boy.
Well, we've been asking for that this whole time, though.
Yeah.
For Homelander to finally show, like, that he is the strongest being. Like, now, I mean, Sage kind of played into that. Like, now, you know, like, there's nothing to stop you now. You have the figurehead that is going to listen to you. He already pledged his allegiance to you. You are basically the leader of the United States. So he has that power, but it's like, let's see it now.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's no more of the hiding Homelander as this good guy still. Like, this guy needs to be, like, as scary as he's been shown to be.
Just fearmonger the entire world to doing what you want to do. The internment camps was kind of pushed to the side, but clearly they got to take all these people somewhere. So they clearly must have
Well, I mean,
access now.
I thought they were going to use the internment camps with the Vought people. I think the Vought people are going to get
they
killed.
could set that up with season 2 Gen V with Mother's Milk and Huey. So I mean,
True,
they
they did get captured. It's not like they got a hold of the Vought tower.
I
They
mean, I
could
guess they
start.
could set that up, but I mean, another thing like Starlight didn't even try to Huey getting taken. And
No,
she just said,
I know Huey told her to
gave her
go.
to
Yeah,
like,
Huey literally
go,
nodded at her.
get
He was
outta
like,
here.
"Get out of here." I don't think that Starlight just got her powers back. I don't think she could have handled that Cindy girl at this point in time. She's a very powerful Soup. I mean, she literally crushed the Soup when she was at that facility. So I mean, I don't think that Starlight could have handled that fight at that point in time. And I think
it was
that's why.
just it wasn't logical for her to sit there and fight and then have to be on a not be on a run, but like, you know what I'm saying, like it's a lot to deal with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of factors to deal with.
So I feel like it just made more sense for her to run, and like I said, and that could lead into like what Jules said, like she's gonna need all the help she can get. And I mean, as far as we know, we didn't know that Kimiko got captured. Sam didn't do nothing to Kimiko. All he did was hold her.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a chance that Kimiko could escape too. I mean, she's not some weakling Soup. Obviously, I know we talked that we don't know Sam's full extent, and every time he's been shown, it's been shown that he's clearly above a lot of superheroes in terms of strength. So we don't know what happened with that. The only ones we know were officially captured were Mother's Milk, Huey, and Frenchie.
Yeah.
Starlight's obviously in the wind, and Kimiko, we didn't see what happened to her.
So like, but like, what made Starlight's powers come back? Like, what
I
stopped
think
that
it's
from happening in season 5?
I said it while we were like as we reviewed this. Like it feels very like reminiscent to like how Spider-Man 2 was. It was a mental block.
Yeah.
Where like, you know, this whole season she's been crapped
She
on
accepted
by like, you know what I'm saying, like she got her stuff leaked about the baby. Everybody was like looking down at her. She didn't know if she wanted to be a superhero anymore. It was like very Spider-Man 2. His power stopped working because he didn't know if he wanted to be a superhero no more. It was affecting his personal life, and this kind of happened with Annie. Like we already know back in the day she wasn't a good person. She did everything and used Starlight as an excuse, used her mother as an excuse, and then she kind of used this stuff as an excuse. Well, my life's so horrible right now, I can't use my powers. My powers don't want to work. And then when the person she loves the most was in danger, they started coming back. She was alone with Huey. You saw her fans flash, and then he got taken, and she either had to fight this Soup or go, and Huey told her to go, and her powers came back. And they were in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's not like she was near some major energy source. So, and this is
Yeah,
also
that's what really got me, is that she was able to blast out as fast as she was because she wasn't around nothing. She was in the middle of the road.
So it makes me wonder if maybe like she may have better control over her powers now, or maybe she's been that strong the whole time, and it really just was a mental block. Maybe she's finally accepted that part of herself.
I think
like,
that conversation with the shapeshifter changed everything for her.
Yeah.
And her ability to kill the shapeshifter and admit that, like, I am a bitch.
Yeah, like
I
I said,
am
like,
everything that you say I am, but I accept that.
the shapeshifter broke her down in that hideaway. And basically told her, like, you this whole time you've been playing the victim when you are the person that's been doing everything wrong. Nobody else is at fault for what happened to you except for you. Yep. And so, like, that's like, so it was a cool moment to see, like, maybe this, like I said, maybe her powers, she has full control over her powers now. Because even when she flew the first couple times this season, it was some Ricky flying, the lights flashing constantly, she's shaking. She flew out of there like she was Superman. I mean, that was like,
she got up out of there.
Yeah, so
she got up out of there. I don't know how high she can go
or how far.
Yeah, but like you said, I think she has full control in the fact that, like, lives were at stake. It was like do or die. And it was like it was do or die with the shapeshifter and like trying to get out of there, and it was like they're gonna use her image to kill the president. Yep. And that would have literally, damaged her forever. She'd have been.
And her doing that was crazy, man. Like degloving is like the nastiest thing possible. She degloved both her hands. Yeah. To get out of that. Yeah. Which is like, I mean, that's as far as you need to go.
Yeah. So she was like, all right, I got this. This is what I gotta do. And I said when she even the shapeshifter was like, he was like, it's not my fault. I'm Starlight.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's her saying, and it was like, well, now it's like, all right, accept the fault, accept their insecurities,
accept everything you've done wrong,
accept all the shit that you've done wrong, and finally become Starlight. And unintentionally, the shapeshifter brought her powers back without knowing it to herself. And she didn't even need her powers really to kill her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
she's a suit, but
she didn't need her actual abilities. She still had the strength and still has
rear naked choke with the knee in her back, maybe on the side. Shapeshifter don't know how to defend that suddenly. I'm just like, but choked her ass out. And from that moment on, she showed that she got her powers back. The fact she was like able to fly out there without no light source, energy source, shows how powerful she really is.
We've been waiting for that for 4 seasons.
I think she has to do something now.
Yeah, like she has to do, like, there has to be something crazy that she does now finally where you see, like, her abilities are more than just blast somebody back with light. Like, I have to see something, like, really happen now.
Yeah. She got a lot to fucking
Yeah. I mean, it's so many ways they can go. So many people that are, like, against Homelander and with Homelander.
And we don't know half the soups that they can bring in, man. He's building a soup army. I mean, I'm sure not every soup in the United States is gonna be like, oh, Team Homelander.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's like it is a kind of a Infinity War thing, because now about to be like an Endgame feeling where it's like literally like.
And we can get callbacks. I mean, we've gotten a lot of soup call outs throughout the seasons. Like, you don't know what soups could end up taking what side. Like, we talked about it a little bit, obviously, like with the predictions, like. They announced they want A-list celebrities. Like, they're looking for big names to fill some of these roles for this final season. Like, so we might get some even crazier cameos than what we've seen already.
And I'm about to say, Sam, if you've seen in Gen V season 1, he's still conflicted in his mind. Like,
he still got his head that's still messed up. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing more flashes of his brother and stuff like that, telling him like he's making the wrong choices, or if he probably still does right now.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know either. I mean, how do we know Kate's not touching him? And Kate's eyes were already red when she showed up and touched Frenchie. Yeah. When she turned around, her eyes were already bloodshot red. How do we know that whenever Sam starts to bug out, that it's not Kate just touching him and saying, "Hey, listen, go do this"?
Yep. Because he looked dead in the face.
Yeah, like he had, like I said, no reaction, no nothing for a guy that's mentally unstable to have no type of emotion.
He's a yapper. He didn't speak.
Yeah, like,
he still hasn't spoken.
That's
yet.
why, like, I feel like when her eyes, when I saw her eyes, when I saw her eyes turn around, I was like, she must have had him under some type of control.
I think that's what they're gonna find out in Gen V and the boys. They got to split them up to really
to keep them to have at least a chance.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see how they go with Kate and Sam. I think they stay together for obviously all of Gen V because they're probably not strong enough to get Emma even tried it, and it wasn't nothing that she could do. I think it's really gonna be a Golden Boy thing. Yeah, like he finally accepts that I am fucked up, but I'm not this fucked up. Where I just kill people.
Yeah, I definitely don't think there's any. I think Sam, if there's gonna be a redeemable character, is Sam, just because he's kind of been a middle ground character the whole time. Like I said, Kate was obviously very clearly bought in to Homelander's plan. Like her whole backstory in Gen V was that she hates normal humans because of what her parents did to her after her brother situation. So it makes sense that nothing, no matter what, is going to change her. I wish I'd get a better viewing of Kate because I still want to see if she has the left arm now. Like, did they give her a prosthetic? Yeah. Still ain't seen it.
They've been hiding it.
Like, I swear I had not seen the left side of her body since the show started
like
getting recorded.
In Homelander office,
like, come on, bro. Like, let me see.
Why are you suddenly saying like *𝗥𝗚𝗡𝗚? Like, why did you do this?
Right. Like, let me see that left arm.
There. Let me see. I'm assuming that she has obviously a prosthetic arm, but she probably can't use it obviously because it wouldn't transfer.
Yeah, it wouldn't use her ability still. She still only has her right arm.
So I think that would hinder her a lot, and that's why she probably is always bloodshot now because not half her power, but realistically the main
Probably
source
more
of power
exertion
is Home.
because of the fact that she only has the one hand.
And like I don't think she'll be able to affect other soups. That's why her going after Frenchie made sense, because Frenchie's not a soup. He's not powerful. He's gonna be easily influenced. If she was to go touch Kimiko, she probably would have fucking passed out like she did before. Right? So it is a situation where you got to monitor everything now, because there's so many. You know what I'm saying? We didn't even talk about A-Train.
Yeah, there's so many storylines. I was shocked to not get anything from A-Train. Like, I'm not saying I wasn't expecting him to like show up or nothing, but the fact they didn't even show anything, I mean, I guess it could make sense. Like I know we said it earlier, where it's like maybe once he realizes everything that happened, he comes back, and now he's like gonna try to find maybe he's the one that frees the boys. I mean, we don't know. I mean,
we
he's
don't
clearly
even, like you. I mean, Homelander, I'm not gonna say it's beneath him, but like we don't even know who really technically put the hit on the boys. Like I don't like. It
yeah, we don't know who ordered them to get captured
That's
outside. We just assume it's Homelander because
we
Sam
just assume it's Homelander, but like I feel like he thinks they're beneath him.
Yeah, but like how would Cindy and like how would Homelander even know about that Cindy girl? Like she's been gone this whole time. Like
so I think it probably is Sage.
Yeah,
probably
makes the most sense. And
hit.
then
because they are the reason that she got put in that situation.
Yeah,
Mother's Milk shot her and put her in that situation
where she had to try to play catch up now because he ruined the whole plan.
Yep. So I think she organized the hit. I think she's gonna organize mainly everything.
Not showing any Ashley was shocking either. It would have been funny to see like maybe like a little like teaser of like Ashley, like maybe
her full power, or
not even like showing her like
her full look.
Because I mean like obviously we see she's pretty going. I mean it looked like a pretty crazy transformation, and then next time they show the apartment, she's gone. Yeah, like she made it out of Vault Tower. She didn't get caught by a Deep or Black and White.
Yeah,
I mean they were in the hallways massacring people.
Like, are they good? Like they just they're them three.
Is she still in Vault Tower? Did she leave? Did she hide somewhere? Is she up in Homelander bathroom taking a dump?
Yeah,
you know like
she going through it. So I mean, it's so many things.
Yeah, there's too much to predict. Like I said, I don't think we can really
should dumb it down a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think Gen V is like where you can really start to make some solid predictions, because by then we'll know more as far as what the universe looks like heading into season 5, what character fates befell certain people, and then I think that's when you can really start to put down. By then it'll probably be a year out from the boys, and then you can start to break down. We probably could even have a trailer by then.
Yeah, most likely. I do think
news on the movie, if that movie's coming out or not.
Yeah, we'll get a confirmation of that, or if they have a cliffhanger and we don't get nothing, and at the end of the season they say the boys, the movie.
Yeah, or something like that. Or on some Marvel shit, like these characters will return in, you know, the boys season 5.
Like, what do you mean they return? And we get the movie trailer a couple weeks after that, or whatever. So it's a lot of moving parts. It's hard to talk about all of them because like they all should come together somehow.
Yeah, I definitely have no question that they'll tie everything together, because there were storylines I thought for sure they'd forget by the finale, and they tied everything up. And there was even stuff from old seasons that they managed to fit in there that didn't feel convoluted or felt like it was overstuffed. It was like they tied everything up well enough to go into Gen V and then into this final season.
Only prediction, or I guess hope I got, no filler for season 5. There's so many moving parts. You could do something big, or at least progressing in every single episode. There shouldn't be much filler in 8 episodes.
You could wrap something up in every episode, honestly.
Yeah, something should be wrapped
enough characters to do that.
Or at least, or it's something like major, I should say.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect, like I said, that's why I kept saying, like, when we were talking about our season review, it's like, that's why I felt like this season felt so much like a trailer, where like they were showing you what they can do in season 5. Like, and that's why, like, does it suck to have a whole season of basically nothing? Sure, but if they're saving their best for their final season, then that's fine. I'd rather have a phenomenal final season than a great 4th season and an underwhelming 5th season, because I'm never getting the show again. So if I got to deal with an underwhelming season 4 to get a season 5 that I'll never forget, then I'm cool with that trade-off.
I ain't got nothing else to add, really. I mean,
I feel like right now, that's really, you can only talk about and predict so much. Like, I mean, the finale did just drop today.
Yeah, like,
this is not like we haven't even had a full 24 hours to sit with it.
This is just talk because we fuck with the show, like,
right. So obviously as stuff starts to leak, obviously as stuff starts to get announced, we get release dates and trailers and updates. Then you can really start like breaking down what we feel is going to actually happen.
Yep. With that being said, thank you guys so much for joining us. The Boys Season 5 predictions. We're not getting into 2026, but that don't mean we're not going to update you and give you guys a little bit more as we learn more. But like I said, something completely new for us for the YouTube. So if you guys want to like, comment, subscribe, let us know your thoughts about the season 5 predictions.
We at Dame House now to the
y'all didn't didn't even know where you don't even know where you at.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah,
me
we're
and
actually-
Power.
We're in my basement.
They started off in Jules' house, now we in Dane's house.
Type shit. So, thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you on the next one.